One of the most complicated parts of the loan process has to do with the documentation, but it doesn't have to be. So we're going to talk about bank statements and what you need to do to supply it for your home loan. The first thing I want to address with you is that you need to supply all your bank account statements for the last 2 months, all pages, all the time. In other words, even if you have a bank account with $10 in it, give it to your loan officer. We need all the accounts all the time. One of the other things you need to know is no blackouts. Now, in this particular case, I did this to protect the innocent, so to speak, but when you turn in your bank statements, you cannot black things out. That's not going to work with the underwriter. Now, another piece of the little asset or bank statement pie has to do with bank activity printouts. And this does cause a lot of confusion because many times people try to go to their app and print things out. And that's unfortunately not going to work. You need to log into your bank account on your computer. Now, when you're getting a bank activity account from your computer to print out the information since your last statement cut, that happens to be the first thing that you need to get, which is the activity itself needs to be all of the activity since the date of your last statement. So in this case, this statement posted on May 31st. That means that if I needed a bank activity printout, it would be from May 31st to present. Now, if you do decide to go into the bank and get a bank activity printout, make sure that the teller signs and stamps the activity printout, because many times it does not show the URL at the bottom of the printout. Now, when you go online onto your computer, that's different. It will show the URL, and if it doesn't, it needs to. Now, one thing you need to know about an activity printout is that this shows you all of the activity since your last statement. Again, so all checks that have been written, all ATM withdrawals, all debit card transactions, all deposits, literally everything that's happened since the date of your last statement is on the activity printout. Another thing that the activity needs to show is it needs to show all of your daily balances. Some large banks and their online presence does not show daily balances until you check the box saying you want that. So make sure that your printout of activity since the last statement shows all of the daily balances. The last thing that the activity printout is going to show us is your current balance as of today, the day you printed out the activity printout. And don't forget, when you're printing out the activity printout, it doesn't necessarily mean you're printing it on paper. It could mean you're printing it to PDF and saving it to your computer and emailing it over or uploading it to a safe, secure, encrypted website. The important thing to know is the activity printout, and the reason why lenders need this is because this either shows your earnest money clearing since the date of your last statement, which is highly likely, and it also shows that you have the funds to close.